So we're starting with paper 2 for May-June 2020. The first paper, the first part is going to be task 1. That is for the evidence preparation. And first of all, you have been supplied with the following source files. So let's go and check the source file. In the source file, we can locate all those files over here. To easily locate them, we can always right click and group by type, so it easily can be located. Second point to remember always, from view, we always have to make the file name extension to be always showing. That can be also helpful for the evidence later. Open the file evidence or .rdf. So here is the file. What we need to do in it, it's supposed to be like this. What we need to do in it, make sure that your name, center number, candidate numbers will appear on every page of this document. So to make sure, we can put it in the header or footer as it is not mentioned over here. So we double click in the header and we can add the 3 blank columns, and then we can specify the name, the center number, and your candidate number. Save this document in your working area as J2020 evidence followed by your candidate number. For example, if this is your candidate number, follow it with this name. So let's go and save it. File, save as, browse, and make sure you're saving it in your working area. Also make sure that it is always saved with the extension of document X or document Word. So paste the name, and we need to write down our candidate number. And then it easily can be located over here. The next question, we're done with the name. You will need to place the screenshot in this document. So let's go to task 2, document. You are going to edit a report. The company uses a corporate house style for all its document. One photograph style has been created and applied. Additional photograph styles must be created and applied to the report as instructed. Open the file that is J220 bikebag.rdf. So it is in the RDF document, which is over here. And then the page setup is set to A4, landscape orientation, 2 cm margins from all the 4 sides. And do not make any changes to these settings. So let's go over here to layout and click over this small arrow, and we can make sure that first of all that the paper is supposed to be A4. So it is A4. All the margins are set to 2 cm, and the paper is in landscape orientation. Okay, we're not supposed to change this. After that, save the document in your work area in the format that is the software you are using with the file name BP guide. So let's go to file, save as again, browse, and we have to locate it is in our working area. Make sure always it is in your working area. The name, and always make sure it is with the right extension of your working file. Okay, looks correct. Let's have a look here. Right now we have 2 files, one for the evidence, another the working file. We're going to work all the document production over it. Let's go back to the question paper. We're done with this. And then evidence number 1, place in your evidence document a screenshot to show the file. To show this file has been saved, make sure this is the evidence of the file type. Okay, to make sure of this evidence, let's go back to the working area, and here is our file. We need to show it in the working place. Let me just show the type a little bit. And then let's take a screen capture. We can take the screen capture by using the snipping tool or any of the ways available. And then let's go to the evidence and enter and paste it. It is clear, the extension is showing, the name also clear. We just need to make sure that while it is printed, it can be visible and clear. Okay, let's move to the next question. Remove any preset page breaks in the document. So let's go back to this page. Usually the breaks are added whenever I want to add something, so it doesn't need to add more extra lines over here. It just break it to a new page as it is clear here. So to see any break added, usually the breaks can be added from here, the break page, or from the layout. We have all the breaks over here. To see them, we can go to home and over here from the show and hide, and we can see over here there is a break page. We can delete it. Okay. And we can hide it back again and it is deleted. We're done with this question. Page 3 and question number 3, place in the footer. So it is clear that's going to be in the footer. Automated page number, that is supposed to be on the left aligned. And your name, center number, and candidate number is supposed to be right aligned. So let's go to the footer, double click over here, add the 3 blank columns in the footer. Left aligned supposed to be the automated page number. Usually all the ready fields can be available from insert, quick parts, and in the field we can find the page number. Now no specific format is mentioned, so we just can click over OK, and the page numbers are added and incremented automatically whenever we go to a next page. The next one on the right side, it's supposed to be your name, center number, and candidate number. This one can be added manually, so we just can type it. Okay, we're done. There is nothing required in the center, so we can delete it and close it. Make sure that we're saving it, and let's go back to the next question. Make sure all the alignments match the page margins. Okay, everything is under the margin, nothing is coming out of the margins, as we can see, and the page margin is supposed to be still the same. It's supposed not to change. No other text or placeholders are included in the header or footer. In the header we don't have anything, except in the footer we're having the page number and the name and the center and candidate number. Footer are displayed on all the pages, which is alright, it is working. Okay, we're done with this question, and then let's go to question number 4, to the house style specifications. So create and store the following styles, basing each of the default paragraph style. So we have here BP subtitle, BP subhead, BP body, BP table. We need to specify each of them and set it. So let's go to here. Usually in home, if we click in this small arrow in the style tab, or over here create a style, we will be able to see all the styles. Let's click over this arrow, and in case if it is not set, you can just set it aside, or you just can modify it how you want it or resize it. So we will find there is one added over here. Never mind, just leave it. Be careful where you're placing your cursor, because whenever you're going to create a new style, that phrase or sentence or it's going to be changed at that time. So I'm going to place it here. Later I will remember that it belongs to BP style. So let's create the first one by clicking over here, new style. The first one is called BP subtitle. We have to make sure that the style based on it's supposed to be always on normal. The font's supposed to be sans serif, means not decorated. We can choose any of the sans serif fonts. Currently I'm going to choose Calibri body, and it's supposed to be 20, and it's supposed to be right side. Okay, that's a right alignment, and it's supposed to be with the eye. Okay, and it's supposed to be single line. So to make sure that it is a single line spacing, we can go to format, paragraph, and choose it, make sure that it is in single line spacing. The space before in points and space after, it is in 0, 0, which is mentioned over here under the name spacing. So we can see there by default always 0. Click on OK, and I believe that's all the things we need to add, and click on OK. So subtitle is added. Let's go to the next one and create it. SP subhead. So click over again. Make sure it is on normal style. It's supposed to be serif. Times New Roman is a serif font, so I'm going to leave it as serif. Times New Roman 18. I'm sorry, 18 is over here. And it's supposed to be center. And it's supposed to be bold and underlined. So B and U and I, we have to remove it. Okay, it is a single line spacing. So let's go to format, paragraph, and make sure it is a single line spacing. The space before and after, before is supposed to be 0 and after is supposed to be 9. So over here 0, and then it's supposed to be after 9. Okay, so I press enter and it is 9, here 0. Okay, everything is correctly set up, and click on OK. So subhead is added, subtitle is added, and BP title is already added since the beginning. Let's go to the third one, BP body. And add this one. Okay, create style. With the BP body, make sure it is based on the normal. Sans serif, not decorated. So I can choose Calibri. This font is 11. And it's supposed to be justified with the first line indent 1.5. To do this, we can go to format, paragraph. In the alignment over here, we can choose justified. And for the indentation, it's supposed to be with the first line indent. So over here and in this tab for the indentation, we can choose what type. Is it first line or is it hanging? Currently we're needing it to be first line, and the number is supposed to be 1.5. Okay, then no enhancement. Okay, I'm done from here. Okay, no enhancement added. Line spacing supposed to be single. Let's go to format, paragraph. Line spacing single, and space before and after 0 and 6. That's 0, that's supposed to be 6. Okay, we're done. Everything is correct, and then okay. The third one, body, BP body, or fourth one from this list, added. The last one, BP table. Create new style, add it, and make sure it is based on the normal. Serif, I can choose any serif font. 10, and supposed to be center. I, it's already single. So we have to go to paragraph, make sure the line spacing is single, and the spaces before and after are both zeros. Okay, great, we're done, and added. So we got all of them over here. Right now, let's move to the next part, which is the evidence. Place in your evidence document screenshot to show that the style setting have been defined for the BP body, which is this one. We need to define it for this one, for the BP body style. Make sure this style is based on the default paragraph style. Okay, we can go to BP body, right click and modify, and the question requires that to make sure that it is based on the default paragraph style. For this one, we have to look over here that it is based on the style type, it is paragraph. So we have to take the screen capture for the settings, and there are some settings also added for the body that it's supposed to be with the specific indentation and justified. We can show that one, so go format, paragraph, and we can show also this one. Let's take the screen capture and then okay, and close this window, and that's going to be for evidence 2. Let's go back to the evidence page and paste it over here. We can resize it. Okay, that looks good, and then save it, and let's go to the next question. Question number 5, display these custom style names as a list in the style manager organizer. Provide a screenshot of the evidence of this list. Okay, to show this list, we usually have it over here. This is our list, and we need to show all the styles in this list. So let's go back again here and take a screen capture for all of this styles, and okay, and paste it for evidence number 3. Save it, and let's go to the next question. Question number 6, this style name, which is named BP title, which already existed, has already been created, stored, and applied to the title text. So I have to make sure that it is applied to the title text, which is BP title. In the beginning I got changed because my cursor was placed over here. Modify the BP title so only the following formatting is applied. I need only this formatting to be applied to the BP title. So let's compare. Right click, modify, and make sure that first of all it is based on normal, the name is correct, font type supposed to be serif, which is not. We can change it to any sans serif. Currently I'm going to use this one. I'm going to change it to serif one, which is serif decorated. 34, the font size, and then center alignment, and the enhancement supposed to be bold and italic. So we have to remove the underalignment. Single and 00 for both before and after. Let's check it. So it is single, but here it is 12, so we have to make it to 0, 0. Okay, we're done with this part. So let's check the evidence. Place in your evidence document screenshot of this style setting of the BP style. Okay, let's take a screen capture of this BP style. And over here we can see all the settings we did it. It's showing visible over here. So that's evidence number 4. Let's go to evidence number 4. Okay, I have to close this. Okay, done. Just add it. Let me adjust it. We shouldn't leave the title up there and the rest down there. Okay, After this, below the title, add the subtitle produced by and add the your name. So below the title, add another subtitle which is produced by followed by your name. So let's go back to our page. Over here under new line, we have to add produced by and add your name. Apply the BP subtitle to this one, only to this part. Okay, we're done with this. So let's go and apply the BP body style to the rest of the documents. So starting from here, which is the rest of the document, till the end, we have to apply BP body style, which is, okay, this one. Apply tick shape bullets to the text from full course must be completed to and observe local laws. To search for it, Control and F. I should start to look for full course must be completed. Okay, starting from here till and observe local laws till over here. And I'm supposed to add the tick bullet to it. So I have to go to the bullets, and it's over here. In case it's not available, you just can go to define new bullet symbol and choose it from the symbols you're having it over here. Okay, and then make sure that the bullets are indented 1.5 centimeter from the left of the margin with a hanging indent applied. Okay, I need to make sure it is 1.5 from the left and it is a hanging indentation applied if the text wraps to a second line. Okay, let's go here, right click, paragraph. So as it is mentioned in the question that it's supposed to be from the left side 1.5 centimeter. So we can see the indentation is over here, and it's supposed to be before, or from the left side it's supposed to be 1.5 and hanging indentation. It's already hanging indentation, nothing specified for the hanging how much it's supposed to be, so we just can leave it as it is. And the list is in a single line spacing with no spaces between the lines. So we have to make sure here the line spacing is single, and they're supposed to be, both spacing supposed to be 0. There is a 6-point space after the last item only in the list. So we just can go separately to this one. Is that the last one, which is supposed to be and observe the local news? Okay, correct, that's the last one. So right click on it, paragraph, and make sure the last one is after it by 6 points. Okay, and then let's move to the next question, number 10. Identify 5 subheadings in the document and apply BP subhead style to each of them. So we have to look 5 subheadings. Let me close this. Okay, that seems one. That looks like a table, so I'm going to ignore it. I think I pointed here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm supposed to apply BP subhead to it. Okay, after that, locate the table in the document, which is over here, this one. This is the table, and then delete the entire column with the heading that is named time limit. So I'm supposed to delete the column that is starting with the heading time limit. So where is the time limit? Okay, here is the one. It is one column over here, time limit, but it seems okay. Just try to highlight it. I cannot highlight it separately, that means it is one column. So over here, and then right click and delete the column. Okay, so I have only 4 columns left. Previously there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, after deleting there are only 4 columns. So change the page layout so that the subheading racing and all the following text is displayed in 2 columns equal width. Okay, and the spacing between them supposed to be with 2 centimeter. So it's supposed to start from the heading race, which is over here, racing, and then till the end of the paragraph. Display all the following text. Okay, great. So go after highlighting from racing till the end of the paragraph, in layout, column, and we add 2 columns. Okay, it is added in 2 columns. We have to go and make sure, we can double click over here, and we have to make sure the spacing between them is 2 centimeter. Okay, format the table so that the border and all the data fit within the column width. So we have right now to look at the table, and the border and all the data fit within the column width. So let's go back. Here's the column, here's the table, and it seems most of the data are out of the page. So right click and auto fit with the content. Fit within the column width. Let me try with a different way. Let's try to make it window. Okay, seems one thing also, to locate it properly, we can add the borders. So go back to home and add all the borders. Here it is much clearer. So let's see what's the problem right now. We have a lot of space here. First let me make sure I put it in auto fit with the content, which will make it better to change. I'm not sure. Okay, we tried to delete all the possible spaces over here, and let's try to adjust it again. Okay, let me try to go again to auto fit and fit to the contents. That's looking much better right now. Okay, let's go to the next formatting. So the border and all data fit within the column data. So the within the column width, the BP table style is applied to all the data. So right now we can highlight over the whole table and click over the BP table. Try to remove the space over here. Okay, great. And text in all rows is center aligned vertically. So text in all the rows. Okay. Let's go to layout, and it's supposed to be okay, vertically. It's supposed to be just in the middle, not at the top or bottom. So, and then no words are split where the text is wrapped within the table. And as it seems no words are split where text is wrapped within the table. It seems like everything is fine. There is no half or divided words. All of them are correct. And then all internal and external grade lines are displayed when printed. We already set it with the borders, so it's okay. That's what is required. All the borders internally and externally supposed to be printed. And there is no cell shading. We didn't put any cell shading. And there is 6-point space after the table. Here there's supposed to be a 6-point space. We can just add it from here, space before the paragraph. And if we want to make sure of it, we just can right click and we can make sure that it is before it is 6. Okay, so this is supposed to be 6. After that, we're done. So for number 14, store the data in the table into descending order depending on the kilometer or km. Okay, to do this, we can go over here. Oh, it's over here, sorting, and we have to choose it depending on the kilometer. It's supposed to be in descending order. So kilometer is 1, 2, 3, the third column, and it is a number and it's supposed to be in descending order. Oh no. Okay, let's try it this way. Column number 3, descending order, and supposed to be the highest, lower, and okay, that seems correct. Let me just, Inca was 1800, so after descending, okay, it's correct. Everything is matching with its row. Insert a new row as the first row of the table and enter the title. Popular distance bikepacking races. Okay, let me copy this, and this is supposed to be the first row of the table. Go over here, right click, and insert row above. Format the first row so it to be bold. Actually, because I copy pasted, it become bold. And center align over the 4 columns. That means we have to merge that. Okay, and then number 17, import the image J220 bike JPG and place it in the paragraph beginning conventional cycle touring. Rotate the image 180 degree and format the image so that, okay, first let's add the image in the paragraph, in the beginning paragraph of conventional cycling touring. Let me copy this. Control F and let me look for this. Okay, I'm supposed to add it over here. Okay, then over here they said in the beginning of the paragraph. So go to insert picture and go to the working area. I have two files. Okay, that's my working space, my working folder. Can copy the location and here is the picture name. So okay, let me close this. So it is added in the beginning of this sentence: conventional cycle touring. Yes, correct. Rotate the image 180 degree. To do this, you have to go to click over the image and click over the format tab and rotate it by so we have to rotate it twice. One, if we started to rotate it 90 degree to the right side, that's the first time. Second time again, that will be complete 180 degree. So we got the whole picture. So right now let's format the picture. So it is resized with the width of 4 centimeter and we have to maintain the aspect ratio. So whatever the height will be changed, we have to keep it. Mainly we have to keep the width to be 4 centimeter. So click on it and here is the width. That's supposed to be 4 centimeter. Okay, and the height have been changing by itself. If the question asks me not to maintain the aspect ratio, then I have to remove this tick, but currently I have to maintain the aspect ratio. So 4 and the height is 2.54. It is aligned to the right of the column and top. So it is on the right top, is aligned to the right of the column. Okay, it's supposed to be to the right side of the column over here. And there is no picture. Okay, to the right side of the column and top of the paragraph, starting conventional cycling tour. So to do this, we just can simply right click, text wrap and square, and we can adjust it over here. It's supposed to be in the top right of the column. So to make sure I'm in the right way, this is on the top, the green line is showing, and this is to the right side of the column, which is the another green right side. Okay, that's the correct one. I'm going to release my mouse right now. Okay, that's in the right position. After that, the text wraps around the image. So to make sure that it is wrapping around the image, I can choose square or I can choose tight. It's not going to make a difference, but that's fine. And then we're done with the question number 17. The last question before we're ending task 2. Number 18. Spell check and proofread the document. So for the proofreading, we have to go to review and spelling and grammar. We can find some of the mistakes over here, but actually so that's not a wrong word, no spelling mistake in it, that's fine, so ignore it. CPAC also correct, frame pack also correct, all of these are, let's check all of them. Any spelling mistakes, all of them seems fine, so that's done. The next point, okay, make sure that the list and table are not split over the columns or pages. Let's go and look at the tables. They mentioned that the tables and list, two things. Okay, that's the first. Okay, that's fine. The table also fine. There are no widows or widows or orphan. We have to make sure that the titles always following with its content. Over here we can see the title is here and the contents on the next page, so we can press over enter. Okay, that seems okay right now. Okay, no, I cannot do this. Okay, and there are no blank pages. I have 3 pages, all of them are full, and spacing is consistent between all items. Everything seems perfect and all the consistency also seems okay. And save the document using the same file name and format used in step 1. It's already saved with the same name that we saved it previously. And print the document and make sure that your name, center number, candidate number are on the report. So as we go to file and we try to print it out, we have to make sure that the name is showing also on every single page. Okay, I hope you got the paper over here, and see you in the next page.